want to see if I have a certain scan.
By the way, Skull, the answer is yes.
Yeah, so I'm judging. Give me the judge role.
Skull has it.
Oh my god, hold up, give me a second.
No daughter.
Gay son or ho daughter? Gay son. I don't want green.
Agreed.
I don't mind
Shit.
gay. That's fine.
Either way, I'm getting God damn it. No way I fucking walked into that.
Alright, so
Damn.
I'll just say my scaling chain is Kaigaku relative to Gyutaro. And Gyutaro is relative to Uzui. Uzui is faster. It's faster than and stronger than Gyu, who is like relative to Akaza.
Alright. My scaling chain is fucking Akaza is relative to Goku and Rengoku, Giyu, and Tanjiro. They're above Zenitsu, and Kaigaku was one shot by the Flaming Thunder God.
I'll say that Uzui is faster and stronger than Rengoku too. That's fine. So if you want to say Rengoku is relative to Akaza, that's fine.
Yeah, but he also took on two of the best Demon Slayers at the time, and you just said that Uzui was relative to Giyu.
No, I say he's relative to Gyutaro.
Yeah, Gyutaro.
And yeah,
No,
Akaza's better than
Gyutaro
Gyutaro.
is relative to Kaigaku.
Yeah,
So
and
you're fine with that?
Akaza's
Okay,
better
that's
than.
cool.
I'm fine with Gyutaro being relative to Kaigaku.
Okay.
Alright, and Akaza is several ranks above him. Naturally, he's just stronger. That's how the series shows it to work.
The only reason that is because Kaigaku never challenged Akaza. That's it.
How do you know that?
How do we know that? Like, can you prove that he did? Like, I can't prove a negative in this instance. Like,
I mean,
can't prove that he never.
He'd have to challenge someone to become a Kazuki.
No, he didn't. The upper 6 rank was vacant. It's the same reason why Nakime became upper 4 afterwards. Like, she was already a demon and like everything.
Right.
Like, she just.
So you agree Kaigaku? So you agree Kaigaku relative to Gyutaro, right?
Yeah.
Alright, but Gyutaro was genuinely upper rank 6, while Akaza is number 3, and they had both been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
and
I would just say that Gyutaro just like never challenged Akaza because the last time they spoke with each other was 112 years ago.
When do you know that though?
What?
How do you know that though?
How do we know that they haven't seen each other in 112?
The 112.
Because when they have the upper moon meeting, the last time they saw each other was 112 years ago.
That's just referring to a meeting based on Muzan himself. That doesn't mean that they haven't seen each other just in the fucking wild.
No, you know that like the upper rank demons like have their own like areas which they watch over, and then like the only time they leave those areas is when Muzan like actively dispatches them, right?
I mean, Akaza was around Doma enough to get pissed off at him frequently, so they had to have seen each other at some point.
He was around what?
Doma.
Doma? He just hates Doma like in general. I don't know. There's what would lead you to believe that he's around, like him being around him is what pisses him off.
Like you'd have to be around him to understand that he fucking hates him.
Not really. I think like Akaza hates like most people aside from Muzan. Like I don't know. He might just like hate like Doma's personality or like whatever. Like it could literally just be like anything. Like it doesn't mean that like it like we just don't know like why Akaza hates him. It's never stated like I hate you because this or this.
He says he's annoying, and Akaza respects strong niggas, even those who are weaker than him, like.
Okay, so do you think like Akaza is stronger than like Doma then? Like you just said, he respects strong niggas, but like Doma like just flat out states that he's stronger than Akaza, and Akaza just doesn't say anything back to him.
Yeah, I'd say Doma is stronger than Akaza.
Okay, well then he doesn't respect people based solely on strength. Then. That's cool.
I mean, he does respect strong people. That's like his whole thing. He even respects Rengoku, but he doesn't respect Doma because he's fucking annoying.
Okay, so what's your point? So what?
Fuck, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
What?
And that's why I stopped debating. Alright. But for real though, Akaza is above Rengoku casually, above Giyu, and even Transparent World Tanjiro, who needed to use actual sun breathing to beat him.
again, I would say Tanjiro, Giyu, and Rengoku are all relative to each other. All right, and Uzui is faster than and stronger than Giyu and Rengoku.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, but Tanjiro's just above them.
No, he's relative to Giyu.
I mean, Akaza fought Giyu and Tanjiro at the same time.
Your point. He was
and
actually
fucking,
like kind of getting his ass whooped, and like his regeneration.
He was
his
beating the fuck out of
his regeneration was like doing like most of the work in that fight.
He was beating their fucking cheeks.
Not really. They were like fucking him up, and, like cutting his arms off and shit. Like they were doing just.
They fucking broke Giyu's sword.
He was going to, but like that doesn't mean anything. Like, do you think Giyu's sword strength like has any like scale, like bearing on like Giyu's scaling himself?
It's skill scaling.
It's what?
It's a way to determine their skill.
How? How does breaking a sword? And it's not like he like broke it like through like finding a weak point. He was literally just gonna brute force his way through it.
No, he was able to outmaneuver Giyu to the point where he was able to break his sword.
Not really. He was just able to like react to the attack that was gonna like attack his head, and then he just grabbed the sword and then he was trying to break it.
But even then, Akaza has one of those OP fucking abilities for any demon.
What ability would that be?
Well, one, he has his fucking compass needle, which allows him to just sense whatever he wants when he's fighting. So, and he can just fucking regrow his head.
Not really. That was only due to the fact that like he really wanted to kill Tanjiro.
Yeah,
like,
but he can still do it.
Nah, I don't think he would like have that same like bloodlust against Kaigaku.
The man's a fucking combat sadist. He would be not want to lose to that weak motherfucker.
Not really. So like you know that like when a demon like fears for their lives, like their power like doesn't work properly, right?
But Akaza doesn't get scared when his life's in danger. He gets pissed or excited.
We literally see it in his fight with Rengoku. After you couldn't pull his arm away from Rengoku, he was like literally like panicking and shit.
Yeah, but if anything, that just made him stronger and allowed him to break through fucking Rengoku's death grip.
Not really. He had to just rip his arms off. That was his only option. So if anything, I'd say he got weaker.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's weaker. Rengoku had a massive amp.
Wait, a massive amp. So like his like stomach got like stronger. Like his stomach by itself got stronger than Rengoku's totality before this. Is that what you're trying to claim?
I'm saying Rengoku got a mental amp to
I know, but like
strength he had left.
Akaza had one hand in his stomach and
I know.
He couldn't pull it out. So you'd have to be saying that Rengoku's stomach at this point was stronger than Rengoku's totality before this point. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, temporarily.
Can you prove that?
Nigga, yes. He literally fucking clenches up his muscle.
Okay.
That's why he's able to hold him in place.
That's circular.
That's what they say in the show.
Yeah, I'm saying you have circular logic. Like, okay, he flexes his stomach. Do you think he wasn't flexing his stomach anytime before this? Like,
he obviously fucking was, but he wasn't using it to trap
so
fucking arm.
There's nothing to say that his stomach got any stronger then. Alright.
No, I'm saying he had more motivation to make himself stronger.
You think he was holding back before? Like, what does motivation have to do with anything?
Alright. So, you see when he uses... Alright. Would you say he was holding back it, like, in the beginning of the fight?
Rengoku?
Yeah, would you say he was?
No.
Exactly, he wasn't holding back during the fight. Just because he didn't immediately go for fucking Purgatory doesn't mean he was holding back.
Okay. So then he
just
never
had
got stronger towards the end of the fight then?
No, I'm saying he had a mental boost to push his body as far as it could go. Like, more than normal, thanks to seeing his mom.
Yeah, and I'm
which allowed him
to... Yeah, I'm asking you to prove that his stomach by itself got more powerful than Rengoku's totality.
I'm not saying he got stronger than him in total, but I'm saying his entire body got stronger.
Yeah, I know, and I'm saying Rengoku's torso was able to, like, hold back Akaza. Like, was able to, like, restrain Akaza, right? Which is why I'm saying
and
that
so
Rengoku
was his hand.
Would be relative to Akaza.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but it doesn't really help.
Okay, so Rengoku's relative to Akaza? Alright, cool. And Uzui is faster and stronger than Rengoku, so perfect. That's cool. That's all I need.
Yeah, but Rengoku's more skilled.
We're not talking about, like, skill right now, and besides, like, you're not using Rengoku, you're using Akaza. Like, all I care about is, like, the speed and strength aspect.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would literally just outstat him. And then like God forbid like the fight goes long enough for like Uzui to get like his score activated, so then he would have like precog, and I really just think at that point like Akaza would have like no win cons.
Bro, Akaza has fucking precog.
No, he doesn't.
That's why he's fucking. Yeah, that's what his fucking
senses battle intent. It doesn't have any form of precog.
Give me a minute, okay?
Okay.
Will you accept something from the wiki?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't see why a wiki would be a reliable source. It's just a person's interpretation of the story. So I would like the like direct scene of like what happens in the story, and then like you can make your own interpretation of that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say it's an appeal to authority.
Alright, I'll pull up a manga chapter with the scan for precog and shit.
That would be great.
Alright, I'm about there. It's in chapter 150.
Can you drop the scan?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it. Hey, wait a minute. The Giyu that fought fucking Akaza was...
Was what? Your mic cut out.
The fucking Giyu that fought Akaza had the Demon Slayer mark, so he was heavily amped. Just like Tanjiro.
Can you prove that the amp will make up for the difference in strength between Giyu and Uzui?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Do you know how much the Demon Slayer mark fucking amps you?
I'd say like 4 or 5 times.
Bro, that shit says it's 100.
No, I know the scan you're referring to. He just like Tanjiro's like talking to himself, and he's telling himself he needs to get 100 times stronger. There's like nothing to say that he actually gets 100 times stronger. I think a better like feat for it would be during the upper 4 fight, where like Tanjiro was like fighting off like the upper 4 personalities, and then after his mark grows, he's capable of like somewhat holding off uh Zahokuten.
Bro, I cannot find this fucking scan for shit.
Cause it doesn't exist.
It does. I'm saying it's a bitch to find. Alright, like, here. Tanjiro is directly likening it to his ability to fucking predict movements through smells. And he's saying it's working the exact same way.
All right, so there's like several problems with this. Number one, when he was like having his flashback, he also like thinks of it akin to how like Inosuke can like sense people without looking at him, which literally wasn't precog; it was literally just sensing people. And number two, Tanjiro's precog has literally been overwhelmed by people faster than him, like the hand demon when he was first training, when he was first trying to become a demon slayer. So again, since like Kaigaku should be able to like blitz him, I think he would just like overwhelm that, like regardless of what interpretation you go with.
You think Kaigaku will blitz him?
I don't know if he blitz him, but I feel he's just faster than him. I don't care to like.
Why?
What?
Yeah, why?
He's relative to Gyutaro. Gyutaro is relative to Zui. Zui's faster than everyone you're like trying to scale Akaza to right now.
Alright, but Akaza is relative to Doma even and Doma was able to outspeed and beat Shinobu, who was the fastest demon slayer.
Alright, number one, I don't think he was able to outspeed Shinobu like realistically at all. And number two, I think Doma like is also faster than Akaza. So you know when like Akaza like punches Doma's chin off, he literally says he could have dodged it, but he didn't want to.
Yeah, I know that. I said he was relative, not that he was equal.
Okay, what leads you to believe that he's relative in speed to Doma?
Mostly because of the rankings and the fact a blood battle would have worked between them two. And Akaza survived a fight with fucking Kokushibo.
He survived the fight with Kokushibo because he wanted him to. Kokushibo at the Upper Moon meeting literally perception blitzed him. If he wanted him dead, he would literally just do it. There's nothing Akaza could do.
Do you know the one reason why he was able to do that shit?
Able to do what? To perception blitz him?
Yeah.
Because he's a perception blitz of an increase faster than him.
No, it's because of his fucking transparent world.
So what? Like you think a person getting the see-through world like by itself would like make them like a perception blitz level faster than Akaza?
No, it literally just stops his fucking compass needle from working.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Like losing the intent to kill is what stops you compass needle from working. Tanjiro just happens to unlock both of them at the same time.
Which is what the fucking transparent world does. That's what it gives, the selfless state. That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't think those are like one and the same.
Yeah, I literally said I was thinking of the.
Yeah, I know what
selfless
you're saying.
state.
I'm saying like the selfless state and like a perception blitz. Like I don't think like those are like hand in hand. Like I don't see how like being able to lose your murderous intent and seeing a person's muscles are like one and the same. Like I literally think Tanjiro just unlocked them at the same time. Like we know that like fucking Igoro like unlocked the see-through world, but I wouldn't say he unlocked the selfless state. Damn, I haven't read Demon Slayer in so long. My knowledge on this is fucking rusty as hell.
Alright, so you think that the Tanjiro statement about the 100 strong isn't
Is what? Your mic is cutting out?
You think the Tanjiro statement about being 100 times stronger is not valid?
Yeah, I think other things in the series like lead more credence to being like a 4 or 5 times multiplier.
Can you say what you think that was again?
4 or 5 times multiplier.
No, like the reasoning.
Oh, due to Tanjiro's fight with Upper 4, he was fighting personalities just fine, and then when his mark grew, he was able to fight Zahokuten, which is just all the personalities fused together.
How do you know Zahokuten isn't over 100 times stronger than any of the...
I think that would like be like extreme claim to make to say that like five people fused, like five of these personalities fused together, and then they got over 100 times.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because I think like the baseline should be assumed that their power is just Sahokun's power is just the power added together to start off with. And like if it's anything else, like I think it would like have equal credence to them being like 100 times or more times more powerful, to it being like 2 times more powerful, and then it to also be like 10 billion times more powerful.
Alright.
I think they all have equal justification.
But either way, Akaza fought two motherfuckers with the Selfless State and the fucking Demon Slayer mark.
No,
and
he fought
they
two people with the Demon Slayer mark. I don't think.
And
Gyu
one of
had
them
the
had Selfless State.
No, Gyu did not have Selfless State.
Tanjiro did, and even then, Gyu had something similar with Dead Calm.
That's cool. I wouldn't say the Dead Calm is a Selfless State, and I would also say that like
I said it was similar.
Okay. Like I don't know what makes you think it's similar, but like sure, dude.
And he was still able to fend them off the whole time, and was still dogging the shit out of Tanjiro and laughing at him. The only reason he lost is because he literally lost his main ability, Compass Needle. Like, it is explicitly stated the only reason they won is Tanjiro developed the Selfless State.
Okay, so I think we could like go back to like the Rengoku fight, because like Rengoku was like relative in terms of speed with him. I don't think like the Compass Needle was like helping him a whole lot there. So like anyone who's faster than him could probably just overwrite the Compass Needle. And not to mention, we already like kind of went over this, but the Compass Needle has been likened to Inosuke's sensing ability and Tanjiro's spelling ability.
Yeah, I know.
And like I've already like explained how like Kaigaku could like get around that.
Wait a minute.
Speed. So like
Akaza was toying with Rengoku the whole fight.
Not really.
But the strongest technique he used was Annihilation.
Your point?
Against Rengoku's fucking Purgatory.
Okay, your point.
Alright. That's not even close to the strongest ability though. If you Chaotic Blue Silver Afterglow.
Your mic.
He was playing around and offering him several chances to become a demon and didn't even look serious till at the end.
Nah, I think that's just like how Akaza like normally like looks. Like even throughout his fight with Gyu and Tanjiro, he was still like he had the same facial expressions that he had against Rengoku.
No, he was calm against Rengoku. He wasn't even really excited until Rengoku pulled out the big shit.
And like hyping himself up and shit.
Yeah, and against fucking Tanjiro and Gyu, he was fucking pissed because he wanted to murder Tanjiro.
Not really.
Right, he literally said when he saw Tanjiro's sword, he would smash his gray matter across the.
Yeah, that's cool. And then like throughout the fight, he was like smiling, like having a joyous time and shit.
Yeah, he was smiling because he was finally able to kill Tanjiro. Or at the very least, he was in the time to be able to.
Nah, I think Akaza just enjoys like fighting like strong people, and so he was like happy that he was fighting someone strong.
Yeah, he does enjoy that, but he was also getting the malefic glee of being able to fight Tanjiro specifically to kill him.
He was getting the what?
He was getting glee from being able to finally finish off Tanjiro.
Oh, okay, so he was just having fun in the fight. So why would we not say that he was toying around with Tanjiro then?
Alright, because he was actively trying to kill him and Gyu. Like, he didn't want to toy around with Tanjiro, he just wanted to kill him and beat him down.
Yeah, I would say he would like wanted to kill Rengoku too. Like he was using like I think if you didn't want to kill Rengoku, you would like wouldn't use name techniques and shit.
He gave Rengoku like a dozen chances to become a demon and was actively slowing himself down so that he could talk with him.
Well, how do you know he was slowing himself down?
Alright, one prime example, when his arm gets cut off, he waits like 15 seconds to regenerate just to emphasize his point that he's better. And he receives damn near no damage the whole fight. Like, no significant damage. It comes close to removing his head.
I disagree. I think Purgatory almost removed his head. It removed like half of his head.
No, the fuck it didn't.
It literally did. We see it like falling off. It cut off
in Purgatory.
It cut off one of his arms and it cut off like half his head. You want me to get that scan for you?
Bruh. I know. It just fucking cut into his.
And not to mention when he was doing like the final attack, like it was like cutting into his neck and stuff. Oh my god.
Fucking prove it. Pull it up. The Purgatory one.
Yeah, sure. I got you. these ads. There you go.
Yeah, cut off his arm and that's it.
No, it cut off part of his head too. That's like what the thing on the side of his head is cutting off like.
Yeah, that's like a small scrape.
So I guess it's like less than half, but like still, it's like cutting off part of his head.
Bro, that's like a minor wound to a demon. That's like what he did to Doma, but minus 1,000.
Not a lethal wound is pretty much a minor wound to a demon. And like I said earlier, like all you got to do is like make a demon panic, and like their abilities just don't work as well.
Look, you can see Akaza panicking because Kyojo was going to die. He wasn't panicking for any other reason.
No, he was. What are you talking about? He was panicking. Like I'm talking about like demons in general. Like it's so like if they fear that they're going to die, they start panicking, and their abilities don't work.
Yeah, but that's never shown off for Akaza.
I think it is. So like when his like arms were stuck in Rengoku, he like just couldn't like break them off at first, and like once he composed himself to like actually get out of there, he like was able to break them.
Alright. He never composed himself. He was yelling and struggling the whole time. Like, what are you saying? He should have used a fucking destructive death technique?
Could have. I mean, he has destructive death techniques that are like kicks. He didn't even try that.
Because he was holding back the whole time.
Rengoku
the only time he
going to die. Why would he be holding back at this point?
The only time he stopped holding back was when he ripped his fucking arms off.
Why would that be the only time he stopped holding back?
Because you can see him actively get serious and yell when he doesn't. Like, he's exerting himself.
He was exerting himself earlier in the fight. Like, he was yelling and stuff earlier in the fight. Do you want me to get scans of that too? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh yeah, he's yelling, but that's not from exertion. He's trying to get his point across to Kyojuro.
No, that he wants to kill him. That he should just die. And like just the simple act of yelling is enough to like exert your body and like give you increased strength, right? Like that's literally all you have to do. So long as you're just exerting the force in your diaphragm, that's what gives you strength. So like,
alright, but even then, we see
him saying that he wants to kill Kyojuro, like just further solidifies my point that he was trying to.
We see it.
Well, not maybe.
We see it.
Enough.
We see what it's actually like when he is trying his hardest. He perception blitzes a mark who was trying to block everything with dead calm.
What chapter is this? I don't think he perception blitzed Giyu at any point in the fight.
152. Let's read the fucking caption from Giyu.
Okay, yeah, this is literally just him getting overwhelmed, not him getting perception blitzed. Like like he just threw out a lot of attacks and you couldn't like block all of them. While this was happening, like while Akaza was throwing off these attacks, he was literally trying to think of ways to like stop this and he just couldn't.
Yeah, and he couldn't do it with fucking Dead Calm, the best defensive technique in the series. It even says Akaza grows faster and he does that shit.
Where does it state that at? Like when he uses this
Right.
technique?
No, so just when he starts it, Giyu says his speed and power increase a fuck ton when he does it. And he's like, can I stop it with Dead Calm?
Yeah, okay, and then afterwards, the only thing that was stopping it was because they were all random and there were too many of them. Like, not even Lol could block everything, so that means he was blocking some of them, which, like, just is, like, slightly faster.
Look, even if I did say that, he still was matching and surpassing the speed of a fucking marked Hashira level character.
Okay, and I asked you to prove that the strength and speed difference that Gyu got from this mark was greater than the difference that was already between him and Izu, and you just like never did that. So.
All right, you said you think that the fucking increase is like 5 times.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, give me a second.
We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. I gotta be in bed soon.
I agree. Alright. Here's a scan from Yotoge. He's saying literally the one guy below is Tomioka. He's saying there's a relative difference between them, which would be less than a 5 times difference.
Not really. I don't think this shows relativity. I think the strength difference between Gyu, Rengoku, Sanemi, and Mitsuri would be relativity. Like, again, can you prove that the strength difference between Uzui and Gyu is less than 5 times? Yeah, like 5 times or less. Like, again, if you can't, then, like, there's nothing to substantiate that Uzui would still be weaker even after the mark.
Alright. Fuck, I actually don't have much other than that Tanjiro was able to match fucking Uzui when he got his mark first time, and base Gyu's above base Tanjiro.
I'd say base Gyu and base Tanjiro are relative to each other. Because he like,
yeah, but this is
at the start of
yeah,
the
this
fight
is also a stronger base Tanjiro.
Yeah, like that's cool, and like I think Gyu at the start of the fight is like pretty much the same as Tanjiro. It's pretty much the same as like he was at the start of the series, and he literally states that Tanjiro is as strong as a pillar now. And like earlier, Gyu didn't even like think of himself as a pillar. He had to learn that like he is the pillar. So I think this is Gyu saying that Tanjiro is relative to him now. So
yeah, and Tanjiro, at a much weaker version, was able to match Uzui.
When?
In the fucking fight with Gyutaro.
When?
When he awakened his mark for the first time, he was able to surpass Uzui's strength and fucking cut off Gyutaro's head.
I think that's just because Uzui was holding him in place, mostly. Well, not like holding him in place. I guess that's like bad word. It's just
distracting him.
He had him like occupied. Like again, like Gyutaro was like getting scared, and as I've stated multiple times, when demons are scared, their powers don't work properly.
Okay, fine.
Fine. Okay. You got anything else then?
No, I do not.
Alright then, GG.
You actually think Kaigaku wins from what you said?
Oh, hell no.
With his relativity to Uzui in this scenario?